What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we're checking out another Geek Vape product. This is a kit, but as always, you could purchase the mod and tank separately if you don't want the kit. Today, we're checking out the S100 kit that also includes a sub-ohm tank. Which tank is it, Mark? That's a good question. It's the Geek Vape Z 2021 edition sub-ohm tank. The presentation box will look nothing like your box because this is the sample packaging. But I guess we'll do an unboxing anyways, just because I guess I'm cool like that. Actually, I'm pretty horrible in unboxings, as you guys can see like this. Anywho, there we go. Nice fancy packaging. And there you go. You got the mod, you got the tank, coil head pre-installed, 2 glass tanks, drip tip on the top. And then if I can remove this without hurting myself, we'll see some more goodies here at the bottom. Documentation, user manual usually. Yep, user manual, teach you about the mod and the tank, but I'm going to do that right now so you can throw that in the garbage. And then you got your spare parts box down here. And what do we get inside? We get a USB-C charge cable, just like the M100. Very nice cable. We got that little cardboard protector, which I don't even know what you need that for. We got a second coil head for that tank. And where's the seasoning salt? There it is. That stuff is delicious. So the Geek Vape S100, also known as the Aegis Solo 2. So if you're buying just the mod itself, it's probably called the Aegis Solo 2. They're just calling it the S100 because I think that's the name of the kit itself. Could be wrong. Now this one's also, I believe, designed with the football club over in France. Saint Germain, I believe. I don't really know the story behind that. I just wish I can get more information about the particular football group or club and kind of know how that all worked out. Anywho, dimensions on here, we're looking at 86 millimeters by 40 by 30. This one is available in 5 or 6 different color options, constructed of course, zinc alloy, a little bit of plastic. You got that padded leather, just like all the other Aegis mods do. And this one is IP68, waterproof, dustproof, shockproof. So if you need a mod that you could throw off a bridge, or you need something that's pretty hardcore for work, this mod is probably going to be your best bet. Any of the Aegis mods, for that matter, they could really take a beating. Here at the top, we got your spring-loaded 510 connection. This is a 26 millimeter platform. So any atomizer up to 26 millimeters will look perfect. Anything above 26 still works, but you get that little overhang that some people get a little annoyed by. We also have that new feature that all the Geek Vape mods had, that sliding lock, which I love. So what you do is you could slide this up, it locks it so you can't vape it, you can't adjust the wattage, and then when you slide it down, I think down is lock and up is unlock. But it's just so simple because you could slide this without having to do like 3 presses or 5 presses. Now, especially on this particular one, the S100, because the brightness on this screen is turned all the way up, and I can tell you right now, I can barely even see the screen. On the M100, you'll see that the screen is a lot brighter. Not by much, but it is a lot brighter. And so a situation like this where if I'm vaping outdoors, the sun's so bright, I can't even see the screen. I don't know if it's locked. Just by sliding this up or down, I'll know my device is locked and I don't even need to look at it. So that's where something like that comes in really handy. I do wish the brightness on here, though, was a bit brighter. The one I've been using also suffers, about the same brightness. Once again, cranked all the way up to 100%, just for those out there that are wondering. Now, this one is using an internal 18650 as opposed to an external. No, what I mean by that is you can take the battery out, unscrew the cap, slide the battery out. You could charge it in an external battery charger, or if you don't have an external, you can use the USB-C charge port here at the top. Plug in that USB-C cable. It does have 2 amp charging over USB-C. It'll charge that 18650 fairly quick, and just make sure you close the little silicone door because that keeps all the water and the dust out. Now, one thing Geek Vape wanted me to let you guys know, I remember when I first got this, unscrewing this battery cap was, I had to actually take a pair of pliers just to unscrew it for the first time, but then after that, every other time was fine. They wanted to let me know, or let you guys know, that the super tight battery cap, when you first get it, has been addressed. So when these are out there retail and you buy one, you're not going to have that super tight battery cap. It'll still be a nice tight cap, but you'll be able to at least unscrew it rather than having to take a pair of pliers. So just something to kind of note. Unscrew that. There's your 18650. Nice and snug. No battery rattle, no movement. And just screw this bad boy on. And then just pop that in. Sits up nice and straight. Now this one also goes up to 100 watts, just like the M100. Same specs, 100 watts, 8.5 volts, fires down to a 0.1. Everything is actually kind of the same, the screen. The only difference really between these two, the size, the S100 a little bit wider, and of course you got the built-in battery, and then you got the swappable 18650. So it all really comes down to what style of battery you prefer. But there is one difference. The tank. Yes, the tank that they include inside of this kit is going to be a little bit different. This is the Geek Vape Z 2021 edition. Once again, available separately in a variety of colors. Measures 23 millimeters at the very bottom right here. Then you see it kind of bump up a little bit. So we got 23, 26, and then the bubble glass 29. But the part that touches the mod is actually 23, so that way you don't get any overhang when using it on smaller devices. At the top, they're going to include the 810 drip tip. If you're not a fan of it, you can use any 810 tip. I do like this one. It's not too bad. Same style top fill. It got the threadless half-turn design. So just push it down, give it a half-turn, and then voila. The airflow control ring that sits on here, it's not super tight. So when you go to unscrew this, you might accidentally, or should I say not unscrew it, you might actually pop the airflow control ring off with it. The O-ring could have been a little bit more, I don't know, maybe tighter or fatter to kind of hold this in place. Not really a huge issue, but there's your fill ports right there. Go ahead and fill it up. Pop the cap back on, push down, give it a half turn, and then you can go ahead and adjust your airflow. Like I said, this is a little loose, but usually when you set it and you're just vaping it, it's not going to move on its own. This one has plenty of airflow, a lot more than the other one. This has two 13 millimeter air holes. Also, more juice capacity on here, 5.5 mLs with the bubble glass tank. It is leak proof since it is top airflow. If you want it to leak, just store it upside down. Not sure why you would do that, but if you want to be cool, like I am, I store all my tanks filled upside down. Unscrew the base. Ooh, there we go. Stuff is always really tight when they come out of the package from China. But unscrew the base, and once again, just kind of set up like the other tank that we just seen not too long ago. Pop this out. And they don't include that coiling tool to help you get the coil out. And you want to make sure you don't pull it from here, because if you pull it from here, I can show you what's going to happen. That will happen. You'll pull that out, your leads are exposed, and you might damage the coil. Just press that back in, and then try to get farther up there. See, it's tricky, I know. This one probably would have really benefit from the tool. I know I'm a tool, so I should be able to do this, but I have like, why is this one so tight? I have really like sissy fingers. Oh, there we go. Wow, that was, for some reason that was tight. But there's the coil. Hopefully you don't have a problem like that's the first time I ever had an issue like that with anything. The one I'm using didn't have that problem. Maybe it was just in there kind of tight. Anywho, two coils. You got the 0.2 Kanthal mesh, 70 to 80 watts. That's my favorite coil that I'm currently using. And then you got the 0.25 Kanthal dual mesh, 45 to 57 watts. I prefer higher wattage. So go ahead, grab your preferred coil, pop it in. Put your tank back on if you're like me and you pulled it off. Screw this down. And once everything is in place, pop the cap, fill it up, and if you're using a coil for the first time, what do you got to do? Yes, let the liquid sit in the tank for about 10 minutes so the cotton gets nice and wet before you vape it. If you vape it right away, you're going to be burning or lighting up dry cotton, and that's not going to be pleasant. And once you're ready to vape, screw it down, and your setup will look exactly like that, but maybe in a different color. I'm not sure. So with all of that said, I'm going to shut my mouth. We're going to jump back up and have a vape. All right, so you guys are here because you want professional opinions about devices, and I'm here to help you, because the S100, also known as the Aegis Solo 2, is a pretty awesome device. Now, there is one thing I forgot to mention, the new tri-proof second generation technology. What the hell is that? Is it a fancy word? It sounds fancy, but pretty much what it is, it allows the device to go a little bit deeper in water, allows you to go into a little bit more of a dustier environment, and it allows you to be a little bit more abusive with the mod, because apparently it's built a little bit better. It can take a little bit more dust and water, I guess, damage to it. Just to put it plain and simple, everything about the IP67 original Aegis is stepped up to IP68. There you go. That's what it means. So if you love the durability of the original, you're going to love the durability of the 2, because it's better and stronger. And who doesn't like better and stronger and bigger and wider? Ooh, get me a little excited. Anywho, the tank on here, fantastic, delicious, great vape. Got some Skittles of some sort in here. Not my usual vape. I usually don't do fruit, but trying to, you know, clean myself out. But man, the flavor is really popping on these mesh coils. I got mine at 70 watts, got the airflow about halfway open. Fantastic vape. This is really good. Smooth airflow. Nice juicy vape. And what I like about these coils in this tank, you can take real long inhales and the coil does not dry out near the end. Some tanks, if you take too long of an inhale, you'll notice that you'll get like a little burnt taste at the very end, or you'll dry out the coil. These seem to stay moist from beginning to end, which is why I really like them. The top fill is easy. The only thing that bothers me a little bit is the airflow control ring. Almost feels like there's no O-ring on there. There's an O-ring on there, it's just barely doing anything. So it's a really loose fit, really great tank, really enjoying it. Only complaint, airflow control ring, a little loose. The mod, spectacular, man. This little mod right here does 100 watts. That's pretty damn amazing. Now the screen on here, in the up close, I couldn't even see the damn screen. The brightness is turned all the way up, and compared to the M100, you guys, not sure if you could see this, the M100, without a doubt, is brighter. Even though I think they're the same board, same screen, I don't know why the screen is brighter. It's not the screen protector on here either. Well, actually, it's not even on there. But it's a clear screen protector regardless. So I don't know why it's not as dark as it was up close, because I didn't have all the lights like homing in on it. But it's going to be one of those devices that you want to kind of set it while you're inside, and then when you go out, just lock in the power, because you're probably not going to be able to see what you're doing. But that's when this little lock feature on the side comes in really handy, because you know when to lock it, you just flip that switch, lock, unlock, slot it in your pocket. I use this locking feature every single time I vape. When I lock it, I just set it down like that, and when I pick it up, it's just so easy to flick that switch. Fantastic mod. It's awesome, man. This is, if you like the Aegis, which I think I still own all my original Aegis mods. The only one I don't have is the single 26650 version. That one, I don't know why. It's just a little bit too chubby for me. But every other one, fantastic. This one, definitely going to go in the collection of all the Aegis. You'll love it. I guarantee you're going to like this. If this is how you vape, it's a fantastic mod. If you can look past that dark screen or that loose O-ring, you'll enjoy it, without a doubt. That's it. We're done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know I sure in the hell did. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Give it a thumbs up if you didn't. Doesn't really matter. Show a little love. Give me a little love, baby. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you guys build safe, and as always, vape on.